adjust our camera. Everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. We're doing something a little different than our usual, than our norm. We are live. Zooming. So I think technically we should be able to see when chatting. That is some YouTube's. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about our first year. So I was thinking about it. It's not really. It is our first year, 2023, our first year on the, not our first full year.
I am a little bit red. We decided to go on a walk with one of our funnest and most loved Amazon products, which is this Kookaburra baby strollers. I've gotten a lot of stroller. This one is it is so cute, and her loves it. So we went on a walk with her and her baby this out here by the lake, and I've been wanting to walk down the lake. It was so steep. I am like, I was having a hard time.
It was more.
really
It was
steep.
more than Catherine bargained. Anyway, so we're trying something different today. Everybody, welcome to the live stream. This will be live, I guess, in perpetuity. It will then become a video. But we've been doing these monthly reviews and weekly reviews for many weeks and many months. This is my 6th month. This is Catherine's 5th month.
Her 5th month. It's my 4th month.
I'll be honest, I feel like we're going through the same routine every single
No.
time. So we decided to start doing these well, we didn't decide to start doing. We're doing this one live with the goal of
He calls the shots.
with the goal. Well, the goal is to have maybe people pop in and ask questions, and we can turn this into a discussion.
He's trying to make us now.
Yeah, this can't edit these streams. This is
and
live.
To like first the
What you see is what you get. If you like these type of thing, if you like the live streams, you want to be part of the community, subscribe. Ask us questions. We got some great questions in the chat. In fact, we just posted our 24th and 20th week update yesterday, and we were super positive how amazingly good things.
peek behind on that was the week of Christmas week.
We will have. We're actually going to do our next weekly tomorrow, so we can catch up. And spoiler alert, it's not the program. But to scratch that itch, we are going to do a monthly review right now. Like I say, if you're watching this, you want to pop in and ask any
But you
questions.
said this is our year. So is it our month?
So I thought we'd do one of those two birds with one stone. So
I brought my
brought your glasses.
I brought my crazy glasses.
Okay.
These are like crazy glasses.
And here's why I like the live streams too. You know, when we edit it and I have to pop our screen down and everything. So check this out. You can just do that.
I do feel like the camera.
Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Just
I bet whoever that's movie.
Ah. But this is our entire year. This is Catherine and I's entire 2023 on a spreadsheet. Just to talk about it a little bit. Actually, no, this is it. This is our monthly update. I was gonna say it seemed like there were a lot of information. So if you notice, the blue are mine, the pink are Catherine's. So if you notice, July and August, you've
We
got
should swap
the double
it
blues.
just to be
Well, pink used to be
like you're wearing
pink and
blue
red
today.
plan, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's a color. No, so I started in July. Catherine started in August, and at that time, there was a huge discrepancy. Never done any videos, and so it seemed like I was the expert. It's Amazon.
But I
influencer.
still had more than you.
Always had more. Than me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
More than you. Wow. You had 3 months and I still have wild.
I know. So let's look at this. Let's look at our totals as we've been going. So it's sold revenue. We'll scoot this over. Can you lock this one too? Can you lock this one? This one? Because I don't think
pull
these are
that
locked.
over.
How cool is that? Okay, so that locks it all down. This is all real time. Stream. Okay, so let's look at
If
this.
you know how, is there a way? What a thing I don't know. Is there a way to lock multiple sections? Like if I wanted to lock the top section, but also do a second lock further
Down
down.
below.
I don't think you can.
I
You
don't
have to
think
do
you
a new
can.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's what I've
That
always
wouldn't
had to
make
do.
sense.
So just looking over our statistics, even with the videos we've added, in July I added 26. Or sorry, 26. Then another 26 in August. And the total all the way up to November, 275 videos. You added 275, I added 201. I'm totally rambling at this point.
I don't even know what you're talking
What's
about.
the point of even doing a live stream? We're totally messing this up. But these are our statistics. We started in July, comparing.
What do you want to share right
I
now?
don't even know.
Okay,
This is
so
a
why
live
don't we
stream.
go over the statistics for the
anything-
month, and then you can go
Is there
into
anything
this.
you'd like to talk about for the
Yeah,
year?
I
Okay.
think we should go into the month for the week first, for the month,
for this month.
and you can go.
Let's do it. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so let's go right to December. My 6th month, 5th month. Let's talk about our videos added for the month of December.
Wait, this is our month. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, this is just we go right into it. It's not like see my yeah. No,
It's
it's this
the
one. So vids added.
Gabe doesn't do well unless
I
people are
don't.
watching. Please
Like,
chat.
this is I don't have the power of edits anymore. Okay. So in the month of December, I added 39 videos for a total of 240.
Okay, but is that accurate or last week it
Of the, let's say it's accurate, and
I
correct it
didn't
next
add
month.
anything the last 2 weeks at all.
Not according to the spreadsheet.
Yes, because
Okay.
I put them, but I didn't
Okay,
actually
what
publish
do
them.
you think you?
Only things prior to
So
the
we
last
can
2
fix.
weeks.
So this is where we can update it. What do you think your
I have no idea.
somewhere between 300 and 317?
Oh, it's definitely less than 307. It's 307. That's what it is. I just don't know what the
307?
video's added. And I guess if you want to take away 10 from that, so 32.
Yeah,
maybe?
this is where I in charge of doing all the Excel sheets.
Truth is truth.
Thanks for our stuff. Okay.
So I really, this month, I wanted to celebrate Christmas. I wanted to be with my family. I was like, not, and I started seeing Amazon like tank. And so for me, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, the whole point of this is to have passive income. So I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy life this month. I'm just enjoying my family this day. So I did. So I didn't do any new videos the
chilled.
second half of the month, which what's interesting to me is I added 32 videos and started the program. You added 26 per month. So even taking 2 weeks and just saying, you know what, I'm not doing it, I added 32 videos.
One of the things I want to talk about when at the end of here, the Pearson experience. Welcome to you are our first chatter. Thank you so much.
Hello.
So the Pearson experience asked, I have a question. What's the difference between a view and a click? My views are not matching my clicks.
Well, where are you seeing that? Because if you're seeing it on your what is it, the dashboard, they're not updated.
That's it. So it's a really because it seems like they should be the same thing because you have to click on the video in order to view it.
But maybe the views are over 30 seconds and
But your dashboard actually counts how many percentages. Dude, that's a really good question. We'll have to look into that.
so let's be frank. We have more questions than you do. We have more questions than answers. What one thing we do have answers to is what we did, but I don't know. I have so many questions about Amazon, so many questions about when they add a video, what constitutes watching a video, what constitutes getting commission if they watch that video, when don't you get a commission, How long can it be in your cookies? Like how long after they watch it and add it to their cart do they get it? Like I have
Right.
so many
So
questions.
to get back to your question though, I don't know the answer to that, but I can tell you where it could. This is one scenario where I think there could be a discrepancy. When you click on a video and watch it, when it gets to the end, it just goes straight to the next video without clicking it. So it's
Oh.
possible that someone clicks on someone else's video, it plays all the way through, and they keep watching more of them. So I can see in that way that there would be more views than clicks. So that's a really good question. I put clicks on because that is a stat that Amazon uses that's quantifiable. And so I know that a click is when they specifically click on your to watch it. And I wonder if that has any gets the commission. If but speaking of clicks, in November we were pretty neck and neck. Catherine beat me out. I had 6,482 clicks. Catherine had 6,931.
And then I did something to piss Amazon off.
Yeah, let's see what happened in December, shall we? So in December, I had 9,582 clicks, and Catherine had
Garbage.
garbage.
5,000. It's like they can read it. 5,930. Here is the thing. I might just interject. If you've watched our other videos and you're like, man, she's like angry.
Yeah.
Angry. Starvelicious, right? If she's any of those things. This is why. Who can explain this? Please explain this to me.
Yeah, she was.
Clicks went down in December.
For you, but not for me.
Right.
It's so weird.
It doesn't, like, nothing is more frustrating. Like, I like things to make sense and I like to know how things work. I mean, and I think anybody who puts effort into something wants those answers. And they want, even if they don't have like all the inner workings of it, it just needs to make sense. And it's not.
Yep. So I'm going to review release shipped items and returns at the same time as well.
Look at that. You had double the returns too.
I did had a lot of returns.
And you had 50% more, 150% more. What is that? I don't know. More shipped items.
Yeah, 1,600 shipped items, 73 returns to Catherine's 40. And then jumping right into the big stats, sold revenue in November. You can see the November to December too.
Yeah, so look, let's just
And if you
compare
scroll up-
5,000 more in November than you.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm pointing out that I have more is not because it's a competition, it's because I have a vast number more videos than him. So my number should be higher. That just makes sense.
I mean, from November, you still went up 200.
No, I was happy with
250.
November.
You still went up 250 from November, and then way up from October. I mean, October you shipped 300. You
Yep.
more than doubled that in November. So this is interesting because we can see that line going up. I'm really nervous for January, but let's see. So that equated to sold revenue.
Somebody is suffering on the Amazon influencer program for no reason. Look at that. That is literally half. It doesn't make sense.
So I killed it in December.
Yes, you did.
I was so happy. 58,000 in sold revenue, almost really about double. Yeah, a little over double than my November. So that I'll take it.
And for people that want to say, oh, the Amazon program is dying, that is $58,000 of influenced product. Would they have bought it without the videos? Maybe some of them, but I wouldn't. There's a lot of products I don't buy unless I can get questions answered, unless I can see it in, I mean, it's not real life because it's a video, but unless I can see it. So did that absolutely encourage people to buy it? Across the board, hands down, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Okay, so on Amazon is clicks.
Got a
but
comment from the Pearson Experience.
Yeah, sorry. The Pearson Experience says, okay, so on Amazon is clicks, but where you upload off Amazon store page, it's what are your views clicks? Well, we will update that for the next time. That's a really good. That's probably something we should add on the side then, because that's interesting. So is it views or those are people that look on your shop page? I don't share my shop page.
I do. Good.
Well, I mean, you can share.
Yeah, I realize that now, but
we're newbies,
who
Pearson.
would you share it with? Hey,
Your friends.
yeah, hey, if you want anything I've reviewed.
So here's the weird thing, actually, the Pearson experience. Here's what I've noticed, and tell me if you've noticed this, is the really big Amazon influencers, they keep their shop tight to their, like some of the big ones, I won't mention their names, but I've had to really hunt down their shop. And I think the reason is they're afraid that their products will get poached.
So one thing I will say is, don't quote my mother a lot. One thing my mom always said growing up is universally people don't want to see other people succeed. And that's what I think. Is like I don't feel threatened if we both have a video on it. If we're both earning, we're both doing good. Like I want other people to, and so see my shop page.
Well, I think there's a worry that someone. It's live.
Do you need help with any?
Here we go.
Make sure you reread the recipe.
So back on topic. How rude! People calling me while I'm live.
Weavable.
So yeah, and I noticed like other influencers who also have a YouTube channel where they share their products. They typically keep that separate from their like money stuff. And I think the reason for that is the same thing. I think they don't want to share. And even on Reddit, I notice people will always ask other people what is the big thing you're selling. And I think it literally is to poach it so that they can then
Well, and I can see, not sharing like most successful item.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
But you don't see that off of your face page, your dashboard. And yeah, you'll see it on YouTube because you use, but really trying to sales.
So our goal has always been in our philosophy, people ask what should you.
Yeah, good for you. Sorry, the Pearson the Pearson experience said I combine everything. I agree. I'm on the same.
I've come to the conclusion we review anything and everything. If you want to go to our site and purchase everything we've bought and then review it yourself, more power to you. That sounds miserable.
I've got a YouTube video that I just posted today for a review product. It gotten 600 views last, couple hours. Want to go find it and review it? Good for you. It's a $5 item.
But our kids loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute.
So going back to it, conversion rates were up in December.
You know what? I've been sneakily looking over here while you've been talking. This is absurd. I have a higher conversion than you. Like, what is Amazon's point? Why are they're shadow banning me? That's what they're doing.
I think they can feel my positivity.
They're shadow banning. I would be positive if I had those numbers too.
Okay, well, speaking of numbers, let's look at
that's absurd.
Let's look at our
I made $1 billion. I'm positive.
Seriously though. So a month of December, I went from.
I'd be positive too if I had those numbers.
I went from $630 in November to $1,400 in December. So more than doubled my earnings.
And I made less than he did last month. $611.69 in the month of December. So I've been thinking about this a lot.
It's still a beautiful chunk of change.
So I've been thinking about this a lot. Last week I made $63. The month I made $611.60. I was walking down the street. I found dollars on for doing absolutely nothing. Wouldn't leave it there. I'd pick it up and I'd be pretty happy. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm happy. I'm happy about $600 in a month. Like, thank you. What I don't understand again is what am I supposed to be doing? Like if I'm putting all this energy, all this effort, and I have it's like I'm blind. I'm doing this blind. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea which direction to go.
No, and this person experience says I don't get having a $200 day and then having
I had 0 clicks on Christmas. He had 172. I thought 0 seemed normal for Christmas. I'm not on Amazon on Christmas, but how do I have 0? And how does he have something I mean, like, am I being shadow banned? Is something wrong with the store? Does Amazon have glitches? Like, just admit it. I'm just like, give me something to go off of because I'm doing worse than I have been in the past, and I would like to be able to know what to do.
No, and I think for the big thing for anyone getting into this is don't count on it. Count on any money. We have goals and it hasn't changed. We're frustrated, but it hasn't changed. Of really both of us getting up to 1,000 reviews soon. It's going to take a while. We're not going to. But
So my son is making a cake for a dinner we're having tomorrow night. Just need to tell him something. I'll just check it.
so we'll get to some of the stats that I know the piercing. Dawn Does Life, how are you doing?
Hey, nice to see you.
Dawn Does Life, how are you doing? We are
I
sharing.
love recognizing people.
We're sharing our 2023 reviews. Just shared my earnings, $1,400 for December, my biggest month ever. Catherine, 611 as a couple. Our biggest couple haul,
Yeah.
$2,000 as a couple.
Yeah.
Not too shabby, right?
That's pretty awesome. How was your December, the Pearson experience? You don't have to give us numbers, but just tell us. Were you happy with it? How was yours, Dawn Does Life? So by the end of the month, sometimes it does work out. That is so the Pearson experience just said, but what's funny is at the end of the month, it all works out. It has in the past for me, but not this month. This month, it did not all work out. I did not have, my numbers are going down month over month. I mean, you can see it right there. In November, I had 741. In December, I had 611. This is not normal. That's not expected for Christmas, especially when you compare it against somebody who is in the same household, doing the same program, doing the same thing.
Not the same items though.
It should be closer. We did not do the same items, that's true, but I had a higher conversion rate than you. What do you explain?
Dawn Does Life says that you guys killed it compared to me. I only have 57 videos up, but I did well. That's awesome. 57 videos. That's
57.
awesome.
That is fantastic. Yeah, it's all relative because I have like 300, and that's another thing I'm frustrated about is, I made $2 video.
Yeah, $2 per video.
When I was trending, making a lot more than that.
Yeah, it sounds like the Pearson experience is about the same.
Ooh, see, yeah, good job, Pearson experience.
So, and here's some of the stats that I've been doing. This kind of helps me tell.
See, just for like context.
Go ahead.
Pearson experience. You made more than I did, and I have 100 more videos than you.
Well, you also can't compare yourself to the Pearson experience. You seen his thumbnails?
Awesome.
So
I
I'll
thought
tell
the
you,
grapes of Bath were pretty
they
good.
were awesome. I'll tell you, the Pearson experience though, like it's pretty polished. He's a content creator, by trade too, so he takes them very seriously. So, not to downplay you.
Yeah, I think you just
but
did.
it's not apples to
Did you
apples.
hear that insult?
Okay, so here's some of the things that I've been using to kind of track, kind of a lot of it's for Catherine's concerns.
Yeah, which I just
and it doesn't help, but it helps me.
It doesn't help at all. It's
So-
not accurate.
So here we've got, not from July and August, but from September on, I've been calculating our earnings per click. So every time somebody clicks on your project or your product, how much does that average out as far as money goes? And for us, you can see in September it was 11 cents per click, 13 cents for me. It kind of adjusts all the way down to December. You can see I've averaged around 14 to 15 cents per click, and that stayed in December. I had a lot more clicks, so it all added up.
See, again, I had 15 cents, 13 cents, 15 cents, and then I went down to 10.
Yeah.
What this shows me, my content didn't change. My content got better. Like, you want to be insulting and say that I do bad videos. I know that's what you weren't saying, but my videos have gotten tremendously better.
Oh,
like,
sure.
I want to redo like my first 100 videos because I think they are so terrible. The thing is, I stopped selling stuff I'd always sold in the past. And what's interesting to me is we're in the first week of January and I started selling them again. So I just looks to me like I don't think shadow banned is the right term, but or like my videos were not showing up. Half of my videos weren't showing up in the month of December. Stuff that I'd always sold just disappeared.
Um, Not true, Don. It'll happen. It'll happen.
So I noticed it doesn't really happen until you hit 100 videos.
Yeah, 100 seems to be like the
You have
key.
to have a bigger storefront.
So Don said no sellers are reaching out to them. Yeah, it seemed like when we hit around 100, I think they look at your library of videos, and it'll start flooding. But if you look at that though, the earning per video, that's pretty similar too. Like my December was bananas. It was double per video. I made about $5.80 compared to November, which was $3 and $2.80 before that. So I always count that. I like the earning per video because if I times that to 100, that kind of tells you monthly how much you're going to make per 100 you have.
All right, just to scoot back a little bit, okay, talking about our difference in products. So that would make sense to me when it comes to earnings and shipped items, sure, but just clicks. I should have if you're focusing on toys for Christmas, it just doesn't make, I don't know how many times.
Sense. But yeah, so you notice like earnings per day. I had the earnings per day. So in December, I made $45 per day. Almost 20, which $20 a day, that's pretty good.
It's not bad. Like I wish you would stop saying you should, like it's good. Just answer, like validate the frustrations I have.
Oh, here's awesome. So the person experience says just an observation, but thumbnails are the first impression. My click.
Okay, and do you do thumbnails that just say my thoughts? Because I put a lot of time into my thumbnails and I think they're pretty funny and witty. And he just throws up a face where he's going like this and then says my thoughts.
So she gets so upset with me. So it may look like I'm not.
You know what? It's because I am I've studied English my whole life. I'm an author, and words matter, and wittiness should be rewarded. And I stand by that.
So my thoughts works, and it's super easy. One thing I do when I'm shooting the videos though is several times there are a couple
I
tips.
do that too. I've done all of
I know
your
you do.
tips. So for my horrible
Can I-
videos
can
that
I-
you've said,
Can I share my tips with everyone else now?
Absolutely.
Okay. So my tips, what I always do is one thing is never have yourself in the screen without the product. Like I notice a lot of times you put down, like people will like hold up the product, put it in their lap, and then talk about it for a couple minutes, and then at the end hold it. Or only really talk about it when they're talking about it specifically. So I have it in my mind is I always have the product up. It was awkward at first, but I always have it up in the screen. And then several times I will hold it up close to the camera with my head in the screen. That becomes my thumbnail. So I'm actually doing my thumbnail work during the video.
then okay, the Pearson experience says then you won't like my thumbnails. So my thoughts is that's why I'm not selling anything.
Oh, did your
But we have
wait,
this-
does he do my thoughts
Well,
too?
he just said then you won't like my thumbnails. But I have a higher conversion rate. Both of you. Like this is what doesn't make sense. I have a higher conversion rate. It is that my videos weren't being shown.
Where do you see a click rate? See the click where that is. Anyway, so it's fascinating. So, but
And I have been doing all that same stuff. He's talking about me. He's not talking about other people. I would hold, and he would always be in the background going, product, hold up the product. So I've gotten way better. In fact, we were just watching a video I did this morning, and the whole time it didn't leave the screen once. Then I smiled.
you're so good. You're so good. She is pro.
Getting better.
I have another philosophy.
Okay.
Is I am a frumpy old man, and I do everything in one take. You can even see me reaching up to push buttons, and I'm like, you know what? It makes it feel more authentic. It makes it feel less staged. So that I've kind of leaned into that. It works, and so I keep doing it.
Right. So I have stopped I have stopped turning it off at the end. Like I won't edit out that part, but it does take me a minute to like once I hit record to like get started. So I do have a beginning. Maybe I can hang my head and really think about it and then lift it up and edit out just the hanging so they
Yeah.
really or once I'm ready to start pretend like I'm pushing record.
There you go. And then go. Boop. Make the sound.
Right.
Okay. So yes, my best month ever. I could not be more excited. I am actually when I see how well I did in December, and then honestly, this first week of January, it's given me a hit in my stomach because I'm not seeing the same thing. It's kind of like what an experience.
But
Going-
you knew you couldn't make as much off Christmas and on Christmas.
But it's way worse. It's terrible.
Oh, so now you understand what I am coming from.
I know the plight of.
I don't want to hear you complain even once. I don't even want to hear you complain even once.
Tell you what, we have it harder than any other influencers. Like having two of them in the same house, I don't recommend it.
Oh, well, I'll stop then.
No, please don't. No, I highly recommend it. It's awesome. It's actually nice having someone in your house that you can compare numbers to, because if we're only one of us were doing this and we had a terrible December like we did, we might be tempted to quit. I think where the other one kind
Okay,
of
I didn't have a terrible December. I had a good month. I made a lot of money and I'm very happy about it. What I am frustrated about is what do I do different?
that's the thing.
That is
can't-
what I'm
you
frustrated
can't-
about.
You can't. There's nothing you can do to make Amazon return the carousel, and it's not even about your video specifically. They're showing no videos.
They
right?
okay, but when they do have a carousel and they just don't show my videos, and let's just base this off of okay, you could be sitting there thinking, well, your videos suck. Okay, great. What about the videos that have sold hand over fist that are now gone? This is what I'm frustrated about. I don't know what Amazon is doing, and nobody knows. They don't tell you if they're gonna add a video, delete a video. You know, it's like if you're gonna publish a video, and I was telling him this on our walk this morning. It's like I don't want 30 videos on the carousel. Like that's not good for anybody. I like that they cap it at 9 or 10. But if you publish my video and you say it's good enough, like why won't you put it up then?
No. Well, yeah.
If there's not more than 10.
It's been
confusing.
fascinating. I think we could talk about some of it forever because we have done a lot of the same items, and then sometimes she'll be selling a ton of it, and then I will be selling it. Never both of us at the same time. Fascinating. So it's super interesting. The Pearson Experience says they've even reviewed toilet paper.
Yeah, I review everything.
I haven't done toilet paper yet. I have done
We did
baby
baby
wipes,
wipes.
baby wipes and diapers. We've done like root beer.
Oh, and that's the thing. I actually sell that. I have this amazing fruity drink. I love that I do. I talked earlier. I did a $5 bath toy. I literally do. If I buy it on Amazon, do a video about it
I did
because
some sun chips.
oh yeah, that was right. I did see, and I did those too.
I think it's a big experiment. Like, just like, it's kind of fun playing around with the reviewing everything. There are like some 5 or 6. I'll tell you one thing that I find interesting is when Catherine will review like a $5 item, spend like 3.
I know I did do that recently, but I caught myself. Okay, but it was really fun. It was really fun to do that video. So I do a lot of family things. So just make sure you don't open it too much. All the heat out. See it. No, you'll see if it's done. If it's wet in the middle, you'll see it's not done. I do a lot of family things. I do a lot of family reviews. And so my reviews do take longer because I have to show, the kids with it. And I have to show like I got like this crochet kit and like I can't just hold it up. Like I have to sit and show them doing crochet, which they need to do tonight. I gotta finish. But anyway, you bring this up all the time. And again, it frustrates me because you do different products than I do.
Mhm.
And you have the liberty to just sit in your office and say, here's my review, start to finish, no edits. Whereas I'm like, I got a baby screaming in the background. Nobody wants to watch a review with a baby screaming. I've got to film them playing this game. I've got to film them doing crochet. Like, maybe I just don't do those products. But I don't want to do that because I just do everything. Anyway,
You shouldn't
anyway,
do it. I'll tell you what though. I think
we're not evaluating the time spent in the videos. We're evaluating why Amazon won't show the videos.
But if you talk about like the discrepancies in December between us before November, Catherine was beating me every single week. Bar was having better weeks than I was. December and November kind of, well, it was just December. December flipped.
December.
And I think in January we're kind of back on even playing field, so it'll be interesting seeing the whole versus thing.
And that's what doesn't make sense again. Why did it flip?
Now that we've had like a taste of as a couple earning an extra $2,000 on the side, have to know.
So I agree with that. But what I just am so happy about is like paid for Christmas. Paid for Christmas by reviewing.
That's true.
How cool is that?
That
We
was
got
it, yeah.
6 kids to buy for, and thank you to everybody who bought Christmas for their kids and watched our videos because it helped us immensely. We are going through like in between houses and just helped us a ton.
Yeah, as negative as we are and have been, we are grateful for this.
Oh, we have a comment.
We've gotten so much.
few
We've
bills
gotten
that they
so
want.
much from it. Before we leave, projected yearly, if we continue to make what we made in December, that's 16,000 a year on my side, 7,000 on Catherine. That's nearly 25,000. If that could continue, right, with the 2,000 a month. Dawn Does Life. It's okay to build slow. I think that they said that they're a builder. They're slow builder. We're slow builders too. We haven't done any videos in December, hardly at all. We're picking back up. January we're gonna go ham, but we also still have to pace ourselves.
I've done more videos this first week in January than I almost did the entire month of December. Like I'm like I hate things unfinished. It's probably definitely a character flaw. Whereas Gabe can be like, I'll do that later. And I'm like, I have something to do. I should just do it. It is to the detriment of a lot of things often. So I think your way is much better. But if I have a list of videos, I just want to get them done. But then, the thing is that never ends. It's like, well, you got those videos done. Now you've got another,
Got to record some more, put them
Yeah.
on palette. Before we leave though, just to cover our
Excuse me, sorry.
highest and lowest days. My highest day in December was a new record of $112.07
which is more than I made all of last week.
and a low of 24 cents, which I've been in the negatives before. And Catherine made
That's incorrect again because a week. I don't know what my highest day was. It was probably like 30
Okay.
something. You could look really quick.
Well, I know you got 0 on Christmas.
Yeah,
I
so
swear you had
0
a
was my-
63.
Remember we had to change it last night. That
Look.
week was 60. Nine. Probably that one. Probably 41. I would love $41 days every day.
But that's it. Love to hear how you guys did in December. I think it helps us to hear from all of you that we're not alone. That everybody has no idea what Amazon is doing. Plus, we actually learn a lot of things that are.
But I think my question is, if you're still here, the Pearson experience, have you consistently been 23%? Are your numbers more consistent? Like, are you having ups and downs too? And, not to sound like a broken record, but again, it's not the earnings. I get those fluctuate. It's just, how do I count? How do you project anything? How do you make any estimates? What Amazon is? That's my final thought.
Or you don't. You just keep putting lots of work into it.
I want to see Pearson experience thumbnail.
We'll take a look at them after this. Everybody have a fantastic new year. Go January.
Thank you, Don. It's so good to see you. I love recognizing people. Love you too. And thanks for joining us, the Pearson experience. Ups and downs. Okay, good to know. Thank you.
All right. We'll see
Hopefully,
you
I'll
guys.
have a better January.
Yeah, it's 2024 is going to be amazing for all of us. I can feel it. See you guys next week.
All right, bye.